You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to another edition of Turkish Football, Turkish Super League Podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll talk about what happened in the Week 30. And as you know, it's the national team break. Turkish national team will be taking on Portugal in Portugal. We'll talk about that match coming up. It's going to be happening on Thursday. We'll mostly talk about that match in this 15-minute podcast that I have for you. So stay tuned. But first, Week 30. Let's recap what happened in the Week 30. Pretty much, besides Fenerbahce, all other teams, even the top team in the Turkish Super League, in the Week 30, they have lost their matches. Trabzonspor lost. Konyaspor, second place team, lost their match. Beşiktaş tied at home. And Galatasaray got trashed by Gaziantep in Gaziantep 3-1. The chaos in Galatasaray team still going on as we speak, because this weekend the committee, the Galatasaray club, will meet. What will happen with the current administration, the president of Burak Elmas' future. There will be a lot of hooplas there this coming Saturday. As I said many times in this podcast, Galatasaray has not been doing good in the Turkish Super League beginning of the season. This is nothing new. This is not something that started with Domi Torrent. This started way back when the Galatasaray opened the season in the Turkish Super League. Even though Galatasaray did perfectly, superb job in the Europa League matches, and then that dream came to end with Barcelona defeat in Istanbul this past Thursday. We talked about that. I don't want to go into details. But in general, one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, world known, Galatasaray, right now in chaos, in crisis, in turmoil, as far as inside the pitch and outside the pitch. The main reason, I've been saying this for all the Turkish clubs, they're in the debt big time. Let me praise this again. Pretty much all the teams in Turkish Super Leagues are owned by banks right now. The banks have their checkbooks because the monies that they get from the TV rights, even like further on up to 5-6 years, they have a collateral against their money that is coming in to the clubs. That is a huge thing. That's why I've been saying this. When you're down financially, when you can't get the players you want, for sure you're going to struggle in the league, and your league is not going to be the top league in Europe. We've been saying this many, many times on this broadcast and on Twitter whenever I have time to talk to you guys. So, Turkish Super League teams, most of them, are in trouble. They better shape up, otherwise they're going to be bankrupt and they might be sold to other teams. Speaking of selling the teams, as of today, Göztepe president, owner, said that he will resign from his duties. Guess what? I have very rumors going around in Turkey. Göztepe will be sold to some Russian guy. You know who that guy is. The former Chelsea owner. As a matter of fact, he still owns the Chelsea team. He hasn't sold it. So, Göztepe, even though the team is owned by one individual person, he said he's no longer with the team. So guess what? Göztepe team, the team is in relegation zone right now in the Turkish Super League, will be sold soon. So, recapping the week 30, even though Trabzonspor lost to Rizespor in Rize, as you know, Rizespor in the relegation zone, they're in the 19th place with 26 points. After winning this 3 points, they were golden. They have a little hope, but they have 8 more weeks to go. They better start winning some matches, otherwise they're going to be in trouble. So they beat Trabzonspor 3-2 in the snowy field. Pretty much every match in week 30 played in the Turkish Super League was under the winter conditions, snowy weather all over the place. So on Friday, Fatih Karagümrük beat Kayserispor 3-0 in Istanbul. Rizespor beat Trabzonspor, as I mentioned to you, 3-2. And Yeni Malatya on Saturday at home lost to Kasımpaşa 2-0. Göztepe, the team that we're talking about just now, at home lost to Alanyaspor 2-0. Adana Demirspor beat Başakşehir 2-1. And Beşiktaş at home tied with Hatayspor 1-1 on Saturday. On Sunday, there were 4 matches. Sivas at home beat another relegation zone team from Izmir, Altay. They beat Altay 2-1. In Antalya has been doing good in their last 6 matches. They've been winning their matches under Nuri Şahin, the great player from one time from Turkish national team and playing in Germany. And they beat Giresunspor 4-1. And Gaziantep, as I mentioned to you a little while ago, at home beat Galatasaray 3-1. And the last match, the only team that is looking good lately, even though they're in crisis with coaching. Pretty much every team, I should say 3 top teams from the Istanbul, they're having crisis with coaches. Fenerbahçe at home beat the second place team Konyaspor 2-1. Now Fenerbahçe has very good chance capturing the second place if they keep winning their matches. As you know, week 30 ended and there are 8 more weekends to come, and 31st weekend will start on April 3rd because, as I mentioned to you, the Turkish national team will play against Portugal in Portugal this coming Thursday, and the winner of that match will play Italy, North Macedonia match, and then the winner of that match will be going to World Cup 2022 in November. So, does Turkey has a chance to win first the match against Portugal? That is the million-dollar question. Even though Portugal is going to be missing a lot of players. Pepe, the former Beşiktaş player that plays for Portugal national team, is just tested positive for COVID-19, and they're missing like 6 other players for Portuguese team. Just now, one of their goalkeepers, Anthony Lopez, was called up with an injury, and for his place, another goalkeeper, Joseph Sa, will be taking his place. But other than them, Ruben Diaz, Cancelo, Nelson Semedo, Renato Sanchez, Ruben Neves, and as I mentioned to you, Anthony Lopez will not be with Portugal team against Turkey. Fernando Santos, the coach of Portugal, even though they are in the favorite right now in most of people's eyes, but Turkey believes in miracles. Could Turkey pull out a miracle with Stefan Kuntz coming to helm after Şenol Güneş? Let's face it, Turkish national team started this beginning of exactly 1 year ago. March 24th, winning against Netherlands 4-2 in their first match. And then second match, they beat Norway in Norway 3-0. It was a good March. But the last match in that March 2021 in Turkey, they tied against Latvia. Latvia has been given problems ever since I know the Latvia when they play against Turkey. So, as you probably remember, I've been saying this for any team that plays in the Turkish Super League, and I've been saying this for our Turkish national team. When you play at home, if you want to move up in your division, in your group, you have to win your home games. This is one thing that Turkish national team did not do under Şenol Güneş. They started perfectly for this race to aim for a World Cup 2022. They had very high hopes in the beginning of March 2021. But in September 2021, we had games that we played after that March 30th game against Latvia. We had another tie at home against Montenegro. Back-to-back, 2 ties in this group pretty much killed our chances to go straight to the World Cup. That is why one of the reasons that we're playing this playoff. If Şenol Güneş would have won these matches, I don't blame 100% the guilt on Şenol Güneş. I have to blame some to players. But he was the boss on the sideline. These 2 matches, March 30th and September, which is back in 2021, when we tied Montenegro, back-to-back, 2 ties, really hurt Turkey's chance to go straight to the World Cup. And just this past year again, in October 2021, at home, when we beat Norway in their home turf, at home on October 8, 2021, we tied with Norway. That is the reason why these 3 matches, draws, caused Turkey to play playoffs match. Now, against Portugal, let's face it, you have to be realistic. With Cristiano Ronaldo, the top goal scorer in the Europe, as a matter of fact, in the world, that is going to be going against Turkish national team. I just hope that we beat Portugal. But sometimes when you hope something, it is not something that's going to come out of. Because we know when you put 2 teams on the scale, Portugal is the heavier side. Even though they're going to be missing a lot of players like Pepe and Cancelo, Semedo, Sanchez. Now, it is going to be tough to beat them. But on Thursday, Turkey has a hope, one more chance. And after that, they're not done. If they beat Portugal, they're going to play another match on March 29th. If they beat Portugal, it will be either Italy or North Macedonia. Pretty much, most likely, it will be Italy. Let's face it. We hope that Turkey beats Portugal and goes to another match. We'll see what happens. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. We'll talk to you after the Thursday match before, if Turkey wins Portugal match. We wish them a lot of luck. And then we'll come back, talk to Turkish Super League before the April 3rd matches, because last 8 weeks is going to be tough, ladies and gentlemen. As I've been saying that, there's going to be a lot of surprises because 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place is up for grabs. See you later. Next time. Bye-bye.